Okay. Alright. I'm back. Not only that, but I have another announcement to make. And no, it doesn't involve you taking a wee on the Oh, no. I'm gonna have to specify that every time I say that because of that one stupid video I did. Oh, no. Okay, anyways, we are, quite apparently getting off topic here. As many of you know, the last time I was here, I was giving my remarks on the finally completed status of the dubbed treasure of Area Zero, and I was also talking about where I should go from there. And, well, as a matter of fact, I've already found out where I should be going from there, and I have decided to start a new project. However, here's the interesting thing. This time, you won't have to wait like a year before it's finished, because it's already done, and you can experience it right now. Okay. Yes, thank you. Very surprising, I know. Can you stop clapping for like 2 seconds? I have to speak here. Shut up! Okay, thank you. So, this particular project of mine, I have been working on it since... I've kind of been working on it, like, side by side with the dub treasure of Area Zero. The dub has obviously been prioritized, of course. I know my priorities, but I have been working on this in the background. So, you might be wondering, well, what have I been working on? Well, in case you didn't know, 3 years ago, the human race has been provided with a rather splendiferous gift in the form of a video game which can be played on the handheld console known as the Nintendo DS. Now, what is this game, you may be wondering? Well, they are, of course, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, a set of incredibly successful Pokemon games, which have even been argued by some to be some of, if not the absolute best games in the entire series as a whole. However, it still has many problems, many of which were carried over from the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal games that have unfortunately not been fixed too well in the remake. And I believe that these problems are kind of holding the games back a little bit, and honestly, it kind of hurts, because, you know, HGSS was personally my first Pokemon game. So, with all these big issues, I started thinking, what if someone fixed Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Well, that's what I did. I would like to introduce to you Pokemon Soul Gold version. Pokemon Soul Gold version is a RomHack of Pokemon Heart Gold version, which essentially aims to combine both Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Soul Silver into one cohesive Johto experience, along with many other things. You can download the patch for the ROM on the website in the description below. You can also read much more about what the RomHack does on the actual website itself, so I probably won't be going over too much here, but still. Pokemon Soul Gold does a ton of absolute blessings for HGSS. For example, at least tries to fix that abhorrent level curve that the game has. It also makes it so that every Johto Pokemon is actually obtainable in Johto, instead of like half of them being exclusive to Kanto for whatever freaking reason. And it also fixes a lot of the major battles in the game by, you know, giving trainers Pokemon that fit them more, giving them better strategies, and, you know, obviously adjusting them to fit the level curve of the game. There is one small thing I do have to specify about this ROM hack. Pokemon Soul Gold version is not a difficulty hack. It is true that Pokemon Soul Gold is arguably more difficult in comparison to base Heart Gold and Soul Silver. However, it is not the type of ROM hack that only, like, these hardcore Pokemon players and Nuzlockers are able to beat, alright? So, for example, you're not gonna pull up to Violet Gym and see Faulkner with, like, an Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Lugia, Ho-Oh, and a Rayquaza. No, you're not gonna... No, you're not gonna see some crazy stuff for every trainer you meet. I want this ROM hack to be accessible to all players of Pokemon, whether this be their first experience with Pokemon, or if they're, you know, those hardcore players that I mentioned earlier. Pokemon Soul Gold, in my opinion, is the type of game that I believe Game Freak could have seriously put on the shelves, given that they had the balls to do it, which unfortunately they did not. So I have to come in swooping in and fixing the game 15 years later. But I mean, hey, I think it's pretty neat. Obviously, I am the one who created the ROM hack, so I am obviously going to have a huge bias, but still, if any of you want to re-experience Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, in my opinion, I would recommend it be through this. And, I think that's actually all I have to say here. If you want to learn more about the ROM hack, you can absolutely read more on it from the website, which is where you can also download it, and I think that should be about it. Now then, I know a lot of you are still probably thinking, well, alright Cozy, where are you going now? And to be frankly honest, I still don't know. But I mean, hey, I'm sure that one of these days, I'll find my path and learn what I want to work on. Obviously, whatever I work on next will probably not be done quickly, and unfortunately, it might take, I don't know, a year or two before you hear from me. But still, I cannot say that I am not excited for the future. Okay, for real this time. That's it from me. I'll let Dwayne take back the wheel from here, and have a good night, everyone.